Okay. I think I'm live, guys, and I need to mute my end. Here, commercial coming up on my browser. Hello. I'm just jumping on here tonight, kind of last minute, willy-nilly. Shocker, probably to most people. I've had a few people email me and contact me saying, we miss you. When are you going to stream? And it's just been so crazy. I haven't been able to. But tonight is Dave's bowling night, and my night out with my mom got canceled, so because we had a little bit of snow. So I thought I'd come down here and continue working on a box that is for my boss who's retiring. I'm losing my work husband after 13 plus years with him. But he's retiring, and I wanted to make him one of my tile boxes. So I'm sure he's not watching, but hopefully he's not. So I was doing it with our company theme kind of in mind, and our logo is red, and we use different shades of oranges and reds and grays to black in the palette. And so I started making all these metallic tiles. I thought I was going to make him a box like I made the one of the first turquoise ones I did, that actually I don't have the box anymore, I sold it, but this case I made my phone case out of the tiles where they were all the black clay. Hey ladies, thanks for joining. All the black clay with the platinum pigments over it. So I thought I'd make him one like that because it came out very masculine when I did that. And then I got some metallic red micro beads, and I was going to try to stamp. I got a stamp made of our logo, and so I was going to try to incorporate that stuff. Now he is an engineer by schooling, so I had some of these different stamps that they weren't very technical, but it's about as technical as I could get with what I had. But I did some of the number ones, right? And then I had these, he travels a lot. They spend a lot of time in Italy, he and his wife. And where the hell are they? I did a bunch of these. It was a building stamp, and I just cut them up to have little, kind of reminded me of, could be Italian-ish. And then I had this stamp with all different types of rulers and measurements on it. Thought I'd throw some of those in. And then I had some pencils, a pencil stamp. You know, so I'd throw some of those in. So I made some black and white ones too out of the ruler. Oopsie. The ruler and the pencils. The pencil one came out really clear. I really liked how they came out. So I was just putting these away when it was time to pop on. So let me scrape these into their containers of where they go. These are just metallic. These I put silver foil. So much sheen on them you can't really see them. And just stamped into white clay over top of the silver to work those in with that for a little bit of bling here and there. I'll put these in my metallic box. It's getting kind of full. Put these in my black and white box. And get rid of these. Oh, here's the ruler in black and white. That came out pretty cool. Hey, Erica. And I had a postage stamp that looks sort of European-ish, and more numbers, and a map stamp that I cut up. All right, so I throw these in here. I'm going to try to redo the logo ones though, because when I cooked them, the red came out a little different, more orangey. So I think I got to fix that, but another night for that, unless I totally flub up the box. So what I did on the box, hey Trina, I wasn't watching there for a minute, so I'm not sure who all sneaked in on me, but hello everybody. I was painting the box, and I started out with black and thought I'd go with this graphite gray, and then make a gradient up to like the red color. Forgetting about the orange in the palette, which since I'm redoing it, I'm going to incorporate some of the orange. Here's my lid ready to go. That's got the mastic on it. That's dried for days now. I just haven't been down here. Put that over here strategically. You may hear a crash. My pile's getting a little out of hand. So here's the battery box and mid working on it. I just took it over to my belt sander and tried to rough it up and get some of the paint off of it. And it didn't come out so great as what I had planned. But I'm going to gesso over this and see if I can bring it back. And if not, I'll just have to buy another box and give it another go. So let me get some of my, just grab these and brought them over from the sink. All this crap I used last time. I need this. Don't need my pen. I actually had an order. Somebody ordered some stamps and some of my note cards. I don't remember. I didn't have a first name, but I don't want to say anybody's name on here. But if you're watching, thank you. I appreciate that order. So here's my palette from the last. Is that still wet? Oh, it's the glue. Ew, that's weird. So let me get rid of this. Get that out of my way. Get some. Where the hell? Oh, there it is. Lost my gesso. How can you lose this? That tells you what kind of situation we're in over here. Okay. And during all this mucking about, the inside got pretty funky, and make sure my little dust is off of this before I start slapping any more paint. So what I didn't like about this, I started to tell you that, was distracted by myself. This graphite gray, it's a completely different consistency than the other golden acrylics in the jar. Whether they're open or not, this one doesn't really say that. It's just called golden acrylics graphite gray. And I remember Jody Old telling us in a class that this works best when you mix it with a little bit of white. Well, I used it straight out of the bottle, and from down here I kind of went a gradient of black, went into the gray, and then up into the red, and then kind of come back down and try to blend them all together and get that gradient look. Well, the gray in the middle there, I don't know if you can tell, it came out, I don't even know how to describe it. Here is the better, kind of splotchy, like it was, that's not from the sander. This is just how that gray came out. It was too like snotty or something and slippery. It wasn't smooth like the other ones were, even with glazing medium. So here we are, trying to fix it. So I'm going to slap some gesso just around the edges of this and see where we end up after that. And if you can see through it a little bit, I'm not worried about it. I'm going to put very similar colors over that again. Just want to try to block some of that out. Thank God for gesso. Just starting, Anita. Just got on a couple minutes ago. Trying to patch up a box I flubbed the other day. Oops, did I hit the camera? Damn long handle brush. Whew. Hey guys, thanks for joining. Oh Lord, I hear Babe up there crying for me. Can you guys hear her? Oh, and here they come. Here we go. What's the matter, guys? Mojo, Babe. What's the matter, honey? What you crying about? Come here and see Mommy. You guys want to see Mojo, Babe? You haven't seen her for a while. Where's Mojo? But that means, oh, never mind. He's exiting already. Never mind. Hi, Jen. I am trying to patch up a box that I flubbed up the other day, that I'm making one of my polymer clay tile boxes. And I didn't like the way the colors were, and I sanded it down a little bit. Now I'm going to gesso it and give it another go and alter the colors a little bit. So I think what I didn't like, and I think actually the red, I used Pyrrol Red, Golden's Fluid, and carbon black, and then that graphite gray. And where the red mixed with that gray, it almost had a purple cast to it, which I wasn't going for. So it just didn't, I was going to let it go, and then I just thought, no, I can't do that. I don't like it. I don't like it. And this will actually give me, adding this orange, will give me a little bit of the opportunity to mix in another color in the tiles if I want to, for a little pop. So I already have some ideas about that. I might get some of our graphics from work and bake some white tiles blank, and then collage some of those graphics over some of the tiles that he would recognize. This is for you guys that are coming in late. Hey Dorothy. Hey Pam. My boss, as we call each other, my work husband and work wife, he is retiring, bless his heart, at the end of March. So I'm going to make him one of my tile boxes, and I want to incorporate some of the company colors and logos and such on there. So that kind of covered it up pretty good, actually. I'll paint the bottom black again once I get all this over with. Yes, gesso is the underwear of art. Get that in the bucket. Too much gesso, of course. I'm going to hit this with my heat gun. Let's see, I got to move my charger up a notch so I can get to my power strip over here. All right, heat gun. I'm going to get some of that wet gesso out of this face plate so it doesn't clog it, so we can actually put something in there. And it's clogging it, of course. Hold that thought. I need a piece of paper. I want to be able to use that. There we go. I had paint kind of welled up around this metal frame of this plate. And I've learned after doing these boxes, I used to try to paint around that and let the metal come through. Well, guess what? You almost can never completely do that. And then on one of them, I tried to use that treasure gold, which is kind of like an Inka gold wax to put on there. But where it was just metal, it was too shiny and slippery, it wouldn't stick. So it sticks a lot better if the frame has been painted or gessoed. Another lesson learned. This looks really sloppy right now, but all this can be fixed up in a future step. I just wanted to get some of that tag on. Don't want that to pull up in there and dry and snot up the whole works. There we go. Okay, that's better. Doesn't look better, but it is better. Where's my... A commercial just came on. Is that Colleen? A commercial just came on. Maybe that's why you can only hear me right now. Well, I think I just repeated the same thing I just did. That one's just watery. That one won't stick. Okay. Hi-yi-yi. All right, now, heat gun. Feels like I haven't streamed in so long. I was trying to get on and do something tonight, but kind of discombobulated. Erica, I missed the stream, honey. What did you make? Did you make one of these boxes? That one's a little damp. I don't like the way this is still on here. Little teeny bit of gesso. Get a little bit more on there because this is the face of the whole thing. So I'm going to paint the inside of this black when we get to one of the final steps to finish it. Okay. Oh, I bought some clay board to do that too. With too, Erica. I haven't gotten there yet. I have been able to get a couple of my tile pieces into my Etsy shop though. Took me a while to get that done, but they're there. And if this doesn't work, I'm going to chuck this box and get a new one and start over. There's something stuck on this edge right here that's raised. There we go. I don't know what that was. Some sort of a craft booger, I'm sure. Okay, now let's see where we are. All right, let's give her a go. I'm always in half a panic when I paint these because I try to get the same gradient on each side of the box, which is difficult to do for me in the first place. And I gotta pick one of these oranges, and as soon as I start doing it, I'm like in a total panic as it's going through. That's pretty. This is the transparent pyrrole orange, and this is that orange. I think the pyrrole is going to be closer to our logo and stuff. But it's really transparent. Oh, yeah, what the hell. Okay. A little bit of orange. A little bit of red. Try to put enough down so I have enough for all four sides. I end up always putting too much down. All right, what are you going to do? A little bit of black. You know, I might put that over here because I might. Do I want to put a little bit of white in between there? Just to break it up a little bit, maybe? Oh, Lord. Here we go. I'll try it just a little. Get out of there. A little bit of white. And then I need a big blob of glazing liquid. And what I first started doing was taking my glazing liquid and just kind of worming it down, you know, spreading out a worm of it and then putting dots of paint on and then trying to brush it all together. And I always end up with way too much. It's running down the sides. So now I'm trying to do it in a little bit more controlled manner. So I put a little blob under each color here so I can grab them clean and stay in that color family. And then I put a bigger blob down here. I'm going to leave that open for now in case I need an emergency blob. And then I'll just use this brush here. Alright, I'm going to paint a layer of glazing medium on first. I could make this a lot easier on myself and just paint the side a color and be done with it, but I really like that gradient look that I've been doing on all of them. So here we go with the matte medium. I mean the glazing fluid, liquid, whatever it's called. Get that a little juiced up. You know what? I'm going to grab these short handle brushes because I love these long handle ones, but I keep bashing into the camera with them because I got the camera pulled down lower tonight, so might save you guys a seasick pill. I need 4 of these. I need another one. I love these Simply Simmons brushes. They're cheap, but they're pretty good quality as well. I'm sure they're kind of not crusted up so bad. And I like to start at the bottom with the darkest color. So in this case, that one's kind of stiff. There we go. I'm going to go with, you know what, yapper enough. This is probably dried up already, or some of the way. Get off of there. Alright, here we go. And I kind of just blob some on there and kind of go back and forth and try to get a nice dark streak at the bottom. And I'm not going to put any white in yet. I'm going to only come back and get that if I need to. If I need to lighten it up through there between the black and the red. So, here we go to red. So I'm not looking at the stream at all, guys. So if you're asking me anything, I'm not seeing it. But I'll take a break after I do this and come back to you because this gets a little hairy. That's actually, if you knew or familiar with our logo or our web page, you would see that that's pretty decent. And I actually like the transparency and the shading I'm getting with this orange. And then I kind of like go back through the red and just go all the way down. There we go. That's much better than it was. That I like. Okay, and I got a brush for every color so I don't have to dip in between. Alright. Trying to catch up on the stream a little bit. My right hand is freezing for some reason. My left one's not too bad. I have the weirdest phenomenon. In the last couple of weeks, my nails have started to grow like crazy. My nails never grow. And I keep them trimmed back because if they do start to grow, they peel in layers. And I don't have good nails, but for the last couple of weeks, I got pretty good nails. Can't figure that out. I'm going to do the face last because that's, I think, the trickiest. And I have This cord for my camera is dangling dangerously close to the wet paint. I'm going to try to move that without totally screwing up my shot there. Did I move? I guess I did a little bit, didn't I? Hang on. Okay. So we're going to do that again. Get a coat of glazing fluid on. What am I picking up with this thing? What kind of stuff? Yep. Got a little bit of black in there somehow. Okay, and now grab some black and hit the bottom, and about a brush width I'm stroking back and forth here. That's how I kind of remember how much I did on the last side, so my edges of the gradient look somewhat similar. And then my red. Get some of that glazing medium off my brush. Sometimes there's, see, now I got a little bit too much paint. See what I mean? It's very tricky. Very tricky. I'll come back over that black so it looks more true. Where the hell's my orange brush? Here we go. Oh, hell, I got black in that. Ah! Oop, sorry, hit the camera. Ah! I'm going to come back with the black brush and try to get some of that red off of there and make that more black instead of red black. Is that about right? That's close. Okay, not bad. I hate missing the stream when I'm watching this so close. Dad, burn it. I know you guys are up to something and I have no idea what it is. Okay, pretty soon I will, because I'll be done with this shortly. Okay, and this one I'm going to do standing upright because I'm too impatient for it to dry. And I don't like to take my time with anything. I don't like waiting for it to dry, and I know sometimes you really should, and usually I just don't care and try to force it to dry anyway, but sometimes it works, sometimes not so much. Okay, here we go. Let me see, I'm going to try to hold this like this. I can't set it down, so in a panic I hope I don't forget I can't set it down. And about one brush stroke of black, and I want it real black down the bottom. And we'll see if it stays like that when I start working in the red. This really shows the brush strokes with this glazing medium in there. Especially at the end when I don't go all the way off. It's very tricky. Now, is that orange in there again? I don't know where that black's coming from. I'm like I'm brain dead when I'm doing this. Sorry, guys. I kind of got one chance to get it on there right. Yeah. And apparently I'm not going to make it right this time. My orange. All right. Whew, got it. I'm trying to catch up on the chat. I didn't have a stroke. Hang on, I'm going to spin the camera back to where it belongs, more or less. Yeah, Jane, see, you're talking about class prices. Her classes really are expensive. I never signed up for them because I couldn't really swing it either. I always liked Donna Downey's art and her vibe and everything, but I think I agree. Something might be changing there a little bit. But I always have enjoyed her classes in person. She's always a lot of fun. Hey, Lisa, you're snowbound, huh? We just got a couple, like 2 or 3 inches here today is all we got. Jody Ole is one of my favorites. Have you guys taken any of Jody's classes? She's doing a lot of online classes now too. She does retreats, and she does her own retreat, the Reme retreat, R-E-M-E, in Ocracoke Island. They're doing it twice a year now instead of just no, I guess last year they did it. It was May and October they do it. I went in October. That was really great. But you ought to check out Jody's classes if you haven't done one of hers, and start following her stuff. She's really a really great person too. All right, I'm going to hit this with the heat gun so I can set it on one side to paint the face of this. This is the tricky part, because that's what's going to show when it's around that face plate on the box. Hey Trina, actually a couple people there, Leslie Riley said I should teach there, but no longer. Whew. Yeah, it's sad to see that go. But honestly, as much as I enjoyed the retreat and the classes there, because the caliber of teachers, like Jody went there, Jody Ole, and I'd always try to get a Julie Faith Van Balzer and Laurie Micah are some of my favorites, and so it's a shame that we're going to lose classes like that with those caliber of teachers. But there wasn't much of a retreat other than that. They had a vendor night one night that would last, I don't know, if it's 2 or 3 hours long on the Friday night. But other than that, if you didn't stay at the hotel and hang out at the bar, you just did your classes and went back to your other hotel. And it wasn't much of a retreat to it. So after having done that and Art and Soul, and then going to Jody and Jody's Reme retreat, it was a huge difference, because that is a retreat. I mean, they took care of you, pampered you, had cocktail hours every night, out watching the sunset on the little beach by the house where they stayed, and they carried your bags, they fed you every meal. There were home cooked meals in the house. It was awesome. Lisa, I'm talking about, it's called Reme, R-E-M-E. It's Jody Ohl, Jean Skipper, and Penny Arrowwood. And they each have a day of classes. You have a free day in Ocracoke, and they have activities planned you can participate in or not. We had a couple different activities in the evenings. Every evening we had a cocktail hour watching the sunset, and then we would have parlor time where we all pile into the living room of this old house on Ocracoke where we stayed. It was awesome. It's limited to 8 students, so it's very hands-on with the instructors. We ate together every meal. It was all cooked for us. They bring a den mother with them, so the instructors, are freed up to teach and take care of the classes. And it was a really their logo is it's like relax. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of the logo now. What it says: relax, renew, refresh, or I forget what they're, but it's like do all the words, and it's me, like you're refreshing, you're reinventing or redoing yourself. You know what I mean? That's a really shitty, oops, said the S word, really bad explanation. But they brought the retreat back into the term art retreat, for sure. It was awesome. And it's there again this May and this coming October. But check out they have a website and a Facebook page for the REMI group. And if you're ever interested in doing a retreat that's more than just classes, that be the one. I know people used to talk about, I forget, was it Art Is You or something like that? That used to be a fun retreat where it really was kind of like a retreat, more than just classes away. Oh yeah, hey Susie, I'm making a tile box for my boss who's retiring, and I'm doing it in our company logo colors. And I screwed this box up painting it the other night. So I sanded it back down, re-gessoed it, and I'm putting another layer of paint around the perimeter. And I've made a bunch of tiles for it, and but I'm just redoing the face of it now and trying to get this a little bit better looking than what it was. There's my black and my red. Ooh, need more red paint, I believe. Do I? Maybe not. And my orange. I do need more orange paint. I'll try to catch up with the stream a little bit better here when I get this done, but I really can't look away from this part of it. It's very tricky trying to get these glazed on here and the colors kind of even on all sides. Actually, I think I might, just as I say, I might stop there. What am I doing? Going back into the black. Oh, damn. I got black on my brush. Get out of there. Oh, okay, stop. Okay. Now, I'm going to set this off to the side and let it kind of dry on its own, but that's... Ew, that came out. That's drying really light over there. Oh, hell, I'm not liking that. Alright, well, I'm going to have to let the whole thing dry and see where we end up. Like I said, I might end up having to just pitch the whole works. And, you know what, if I do, then I do. So I'm gonna clean up this bit of a mess. And I'm going to get rid of this, because this is only going to bring me heartache when I screw it up again. I did not, Denise. I haven't been over to the Queen's Ink to ask Patti about that. I did find it was her Facebook page that I found, though, and but she never did respond back to me, and that was a couple months probably before we talked about that the last time. So I hope she's well. I don't know. I'm assuming her stamps aren't being sold anymore, which is a shame, because there was a lot more I wanted to buy. I really liked her style. But okay, so I think what I'll do now, yeah, I think I'm going to make some more tiles. Because I need some more. I need more tiles, but I actually do. For this project, there was a couple different designs that I wanted to put in there, and I wanted to test different red inks on my logo stamp I got for our company logo. And I'm going to see if I thought about maybe what I should do is see if I had any plain white ones somewhere near the right size. You know what, I'm going to stamp on the back of this one, because this design is kind of smeared a little bit on that one, so I won't use that anyway. I'm going to see if I can stamp on this dry, I know it's already cooked, and see if this color holds up a little bit better. Now where's the ones that I cooked? They were in here, flipped over. Yeah, that's a little bit different. One came in a little bit more orange after they were cooked. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is do a little experiment with, I need to grab a little block of white clay. Oops, and right now, wipe my hands off, or the white clay won't be white for much longer. I think the paint will stay on, hopefully. So Jean, I see you're talking about your guitar and stuff. Did you actually, I assume you played, were you like a music teacher, or did you just write and play music, or what is your music background? Yeah, Eileen, I have a lot of her sprays. And she had some really different colors. There was, what was that one called? It was like a blue-green, gray, sort of a, I just happen to have them right here. What was that called? Coal was one of the ones that I liked a lot, obviously. Actually, it might have been Coal. Yeah, that's the one I really like because it's got, I've got several bottles of it. Yep, I got 3 bottles of that where I stocked up on. Now I'm glad I did. But that was a really cool color and different from any other spray ink colors. Brands, I mean. What kind? Special paper for what, Jean? I mean, Eileen, I haven't seen all the messages. Oh, you mean? I'm sorry. I thought you were referring to Jean had special paper. You mean Stamp Zia? You know what? I did buy a packet of her paper, and I never used it, so I still have it somewhere. Yeah, I have a couple of her teal rubber stamps too. Oh, Jean, I just seen about you talking about lymphedema. I think I remember you talking about that before. Now it's ringing a bell. I don't have lymphedema, thank God, but I have a threat of lymphedema on my right arm because of my lymph nodes being gone. And I'm always overcompensating to protect that hand, and no needle sticks, no blood pressure cuffs, no elastic band watches or bracelets or even a blouse. My doctor told me to steer away from. I'm going to pull this camera back again a little bit. It's forward too far, I think. There we go. I bet that's kind of hard to deal with. Jean, I hope it's not overly painful for you. Oh, you too, Jen, are missing your lymph nodes? Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Jean. Hey, Jess. So I'm just kind of conditioning this clay a little bit now. Yeah, Jean, that's what I try to do. There's always somebody worse off, and you know, be grateful what you have, and try to deal with what you have to deal with. And it's really cool that we have things like Ustream and different medias now where we can, you know, get together and do art and stuff, and have, even if you can't get out and do a lot of stuff like you'd like to, it kind of comes to you. So that's kind of cool that we can do this kind of stuff now. Especially if you're limited with, you know, any kind of ailment or whatever. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to grab a couple stamps. Might try that one. Here's one of Stamp Zia stamps, the teal rubber. Yeah, Jean, that's what I mean. This group, it doesn't matter what your ailments are. We can all get together and have some fun and some laughs and share stuff that we have in common. And you know, it's a great thing. All right, I'm looking away from the uh, chat right now. I'm looking in my stamp drawers. See what I can find here that might be appropriate for this box. And in black and white. That's the trick. What do I want in black and white? Let's see here. What does that say? Huh. These are all kind of too big. Oh, you know what I need more of? I need more checkerboards. I need my basics. That's what I need. Hang on, where did that... Huh. There's one, but that's not the one I wanted. I wanted my large checkerboard. I really need to go through these stamps and organize this better. This would drive me crazy. And it's a short trip on a good day, so... Come on. This might be a good one to do. Kind of looks Roman. And with his Italy ties, that might be good. Oh, guess what? We're going to have a stencil sale coming up. I'm going to have some new designs coming out either the end of this month or the beginning of February. And this is what reminded me. Like, you think I would know that would be foremost of my thought process, but no. I was looking through my stamp drawer and I came across these, which are my stamps. I get a wood mounted set every time I order a plate. And these are the pictograph stamps, and I had them split and done on separate stamps instead of one big one. But this design is coming out in a stencil this time. Just saying. So you guys will hear it here and on Facebook, and I'll tweet. I'll do everything when I hear that it's coming out. When everything's going to be launched. But it shouldn't be too much longer. Now, you know what? This is starting to tick me off. I can't find my big checkerboard. It's perfect for this design. Ah, crap. Oh well. Can't spend all stream rooting in my stamp drawer. I'm anxious to get that design in a stamp because I think that Papa Black stamp and that pictograph stamp over a patina print would look really cool. This board, Merle, is called an Activa slab roller. Or Activa slab roller. No, I don't think foam will work that well, Erica. Lisa, you know what? My train of thought is not with me tonight. You're saying, why not, Patty? I don't even know what you're asking me. Why not what? Give me another. I'm looking at the chat now, so throw an answer out there at me and I'll try to help you out. Oh, you mean the foam stamps. I don't know if it would give you a deep enough impression, if that's what you're talking about. Because they're kind of soft, and a lot of them have a larger design. Let's see, where's my roller? All right. Oh, what size guides do I have in here? 1/8, that's good. Okay. Down to the old elbow grease time. That's a good question, Erica. You know, I have no idea, and it doesn't say on here. I'll try to, if it comes to me, I'll let you know. A lot, yeah, different places have a checkerboard. I actually have a larger one. It's about twice this size of squares that I wanted because this is a larger box. I'll be damned if I can find that stamp. Oh, I gotta get something to unstick my roller. Okay. Can you hear me thinking? I'm a-thinking. Here's my black ink. I'm going to stick that one right there in that little lobe that's hanging off of the end of the clay. This is going to be a big one, but I'm thinking about maybe layering it up over some of the other tiles. Yeah, I just wiped that on my shirt in case you saw that. I kind of wear my Inky Binkies. There's my shirt. Alright, here we go. These smear so easily on clay sometimes, for me anyway. Or I don't get a clean imprint. Oh, that's a good one. That came out pretty good. It's like a Mayan sundial kind of a stamp. It doesn't, my camera doesn't get really clear. Let me see if when I zoom, if it stays clear. If it focuses, I mean. Well, that's as close as it's gonna get. Oop, hello. There. Not that clear. But you get the idea. Alright. You know what? I'm going to pop in another. Right there. Might be good for working. Okay. Alright. And I want to get a couple other colors of red in my archival. And this one's too brown already. I'll try these two and make a couple impressions with those and see how they cook up. Oh, the overall shape of the clay, yeah. Completely accidental. Hey, that's different though. Usually I shape it like a penis and don't know it. Ugh. Alright. This one is geranium. That's a good color right there. Ah, crap. Missed it. All right, let me try this. This looks like really close to the color as it is, but I think it's going to change a little bit when it cooks. That's my fear. Ah, hell. That didn't even ink up really great. Yeah, I'm going to go with this one here. That's going to be the keeper, I believe. I might as well get a couple more out of there because I think that's going to look better than the original ones I made. Oh, hell, I just did one in black. Ha! But that's okay. Our logo can go in black too, so that's not a bad thing. Actually, you know what? I'm going to grab a couple more of those while I got it. Alright, now let's try to get the right color again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a nice even number. So I'm going to stop with that, and then I think I'm going to make some checkerboards in the middle of that mess, if I can do it. This is a stamp that's hard to get a clean impression unless I lay the clay over the stamp, which I don't want to do now because I've got all this other crap on there. I won't be able to see it. So I'm just going to take a stab and hope for the best and go about there. I don't want to push too hard and make an impression. Good night, Anita. In the clay, because that will schmutz up the ink. I just want to make sure I'm making contact over that whole area. Did I? Yeah, mostly. Came out a little bit splotchy. See, there's a couple little white holes in the black blocks, but that's not bad. We'll call that a distressed look. And I'm going to hit a little bit on this side. I can cut a couple little tiles out of this over here. And I mean a couple. There we go. Alright, cut these puppies up. Maybe it's not a good idea to put my company logo out for all the stalkers to see. If only. Alright, I'm going to cut some of these up with my tissue blade. That one's a goner. That's no good. That's a good one. And cut that one off about there. Oh, what are you guys throwing links around for out there? That's looking for the checkerboard stamps. All right, put that one in the dirty clay pile. Dirty, dirty clay. I found this lady on Etsy, and she'll make you a clear stamp on a clear acrylic block pretty reasonably. I had her make one that's got my little how I sign stuff, my PTP, and this one's in a circle. She did that one for me, and then when my niece got married, her name's Chelsea, her husband's name's Pete, I had her do a really cool outfit. It was I forget the font, but it was a big C and then an anchor and then a P. They had an anchor theme throughout the wedding, and she used that to stamp her thank you notes, and we made some favors on shipping tags where we put what did we put on there? That stamp, and then on one side we Mod Podged a recipe for Maryland crab soup, and then I distress inked it with vintage photo, and then splashed some water on it so it looked really old. And then we put we tied that to a crab mallet. So we were in the Chesapeake Bay, big crab country, and it was at a yacht club on the water, obviously, and they really, so the crab mallets had Chelsea and Pete, June 21st, 2014, whatever else, burned in the mallet, and then we tied that little recipe thing to it. It was really cute, actually. And she's got that stamp now, and she uses it for different things that she personalizes and, you know, all that kind of good stuff. But they were pretty reasonable too, and she was a pretty quick ship, so that was a good Etsy find. Poly Clay Play. Oh, I never heard of that one. I'll have to look that one up. This must be kind of boring for you guys to watch, I suppose. But it must be done. Alright, I'll get these black ones out of here. And get that whole side of those checkers in one cut. There we go. Goes in the dirty clay pile. So I use the dirty clay and the clean clay. The dirty clay, I will usually mush that up with a bunch of, oh good, I'm glad, Susie. Gold leaf, the variegated leaf, and just mush it up with the clay, and it comes out kind of sparkly. And then it's got a little bit of the color of the ink swirled in there, and I don't even really care at that point. You can't really tell that it was a screw up. Of course, now you'll be able to tell, because I told you. I think these little logo tiles will look cute mixed in his box with all those black and platinum pieces. There we go. You can get all kind of little bits off of this that you don't think you could. Dirty pile. So I try to make all different sizes when I'm doing this. This is one of my favorite patterns. I love the checkerboards. Oops. I'm going to make a long skinny one with 2 rows. Because when you start putting these boxes together, as you guys have probably seen me do, you can work yourself into a corner where you need all kind of different sizes of tiles that you never thought possible. Let's see. Alright, dirty, dirty, dirty pile. Now this one, when I cut this circle one up, that could go horribly wrong. Here's a nice long stick of it with good inking on it, most of it. Can you guys see it? You guys can't even see this. What the hell am I doing? These are nice too that you can cut. It helps you stay squared up with the pattern. dirty pile. Let's make a couple of them. All different sizes there. I hope since they quit Create, I'm hoping Laurie Micah comes back to the Queen's Ink. So I can take more of her classes. Alright, get rid of that funky edge. And let's see. Maybe I'll cut this one up into, well, I can't really get squares, but I'll get a couple squares and a couple rectangles out of that. Ow! Upside down. Get the hell over there. Yep. Don't get sloppy. Oh, you know what? I'm going to run over and turn the oven on. Back in a flash. This one, let me think about that, Erica. Where the hell did I get those? When I get these and I cut them up, and I usually cut the names off of the darn things. Hang on one sec. You know, Erica, I'm thinking it might have been, what is that called? Lost Coast Designs? It might have been Lost Coast Designs, because it was in an order that I did not too long ago. And I did order from them not too long ago. And oh, you know what? Maybe it's that other place. What the hell was the name of that other place? It was another real obscure stamp place I found online. And actually, you know what? I think it may have been one of the places that Laurie Micah referenced as a resource in the back of her book. So hang on just a second. Let me finish my go at this, which I think I'm off the flipping line now. That's not too bad. Let me look at her book here. You guys know about this book, right? Laurie Micah's book. Awesome. So in the back, she has some companies listed for resources. Oh, you know what? It might have been Invoke Arts. Where are we? There we go. InvokeArts.com. That might have been it. And if that's the site I'm thinking about, that's got a really strange the navigating on that site is not easy. It looks like you only have 20 some designs is all that's on the site, but you have to, how did I do that? You have to go into one of the stamp designs separately, and then when you get into when you're looking at just the one design and the pricing, you'll see other tags that you can pick, like nature, frames, celestial, and if you click on one of those tags, it'll take you to a whole bunch of stamps that look like those, but you can't reference them from any other drop-down menu. It was the strangest thing. I'm going to see that say that I've ever seen, but I've seen a lot of strange things, so let's just leave it at that. Alright, I don't know if I have enough white here to do much else with on this one. So I think what I'll do, I'm getting ink off my fingers on here now. Hey, Jeannie! So, a good quick thing to do with this ink left over here is just to make it all a block of checkerboards. Can always use those. I put these in every box that I do, so I will always use my checkerboard stamps. But let me show you what I was talking about. Last time you saw how some of those blocks came out where they weren't touching the stamp and came out with like a white hole in the center. So now if you take the clay and lay it down on the stamp, now I hope I'm not squishing this around. I'm just doing real light pressure, just trying to evenly make sure that whole thing's touching all over. And then it's very awkward. Peel it. Well, I didn't do much better on that one, honestly. But I have done stamps like that, and I've gotten a really nice impression. You know what? It might have been with that bigger checkerboard that I did that with, which I can't find, which is pissing me off because I really wanted to make some of those. What are you going to do? But I made some. It's not this. This is like an inverted, I don't know. It comes out different. It's not a checkerboard. I don't know. It comes out, you see like that grid. And that's okay too, I guess. But I don't want my checkerboards. There we go. Square these up. I can make use of that. A little sliver somewhere. Little grout sticks, checkerboard grout sticks. Alright. Make some little squares, look like little dice with the 5 design on it. I always distort the shape of these when I pick them up, and then I try to like tap them flat. This is a heavy piece of steel that Dave cut for me that fits in my oven. The other thing I was using was just like cardboard with foil over it, and it's not really flat, and it's I tend not to use that very much because I don't like the way some tiles, like when I do the little skinny ones I put on there, because those are almost bendable. They so if they buckle a little bit on the foil, it's not that big a deal. Do some more little checkerboard grout sticks. These come in very handy if you make these. You gotta make some grout sticks, trust me. Because if you picture a hole that big enough for these to fit in, if you were doing the grout with those little micro beads like I do, that's a whole lot of beads to fill that area. And you can trim these down. And oops, oh, look at that. I had one. Oh, you know what? I'm going to cook it because I'll be able to use that someday somewhere and think, oh, look how smart you were making that. Oh, hell, I got another one. Making those little teeny weeny sticks like that. Oh, hell, I couldn't see where I had cut it before. Apparently, I'd already cut it there. So now I got a little smaller ones, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's see, which way can I lose the least? There we go. And that goes back in the dirty pile. You know, I have to check back at that site I told you guys about for the micro beads. OOAK, one of a kind. Now I remember that, Eileen. But they were out because of an illness. I hope nothing serious wrong there, but they have really nice, a nice assortment of beads. And I do hope they are able to come back and open up the store again. So let me show you what I was doing with, what I talked about doing with the dirty piece here, my dirty pile. What are you guys finding on Etsy for $3.50? You can tell me. I roll it out a little bit, and then I take some of the variegated foil, right? Kind of burnish it on there. Peel off some and save it. Come here, you pain in the ass. Oops, that ass. Oh, somebody's going to get me for that one. I'll get another poo-poo email. Oh, yeah, the checkerboard stamps. And then, if you roll over the foil, it crackles it. See how it crackled it? That's kind of cool looking. And then, if you take a stamp, and oh hell, my ink pad's open over here. Let's take this one. That's kind of plain, but it might make an interesting texture on it. And I'm just gonna, oh, better not do it on there. Crack my damn slab roller. And I will not be a happy camper. Alright, let's see what I got here. If I can hit the angle where we can see. There you go. There you can kind of see what that pattern does. And then cut this bad boy up. This will make cool little grout sticks with that little bump down there. So I'm going to try to cut them right on that, between that little raised bump, and then get those little grout sticks like that. And when this comes out of the oven and they're hardened, they're still very easy to trim and shape. So if the ends, like the ends almost always get wonky on me, I'll just yak them off of there when I go to use it. And I do believe that's a technical term, yak them off of there. These things just pop into my head. And then this little bit here, this one, Erica? Oh, crap. You know what, honey? I don't know what this one is either, but I do remember that I got this and the large checkerboard one at the same time. And that ain't doing you any good. I know. Shoot. I don't know. I really don't know. If it comes to me, I will get it to you for sure. But these little bits like this, I think you saw what I was doing before. I'm just making a little ball out of them. And then I'm putting my thumbprint in them. And then I'll hit that with some pigment and bake that, and then I glue it to the bottom of my boxes like my little signature one. And I don't know why, but that's what I've been doing. Let me take one more head dive into this daggone stamp drawer for that larger, oh, here it is. Crap, it was just further back behind. See how much bigger that is than this one? Ah, that's the one I wanted. But I got, these came together. And I think they were mounted on these little clear things separately in the package. Where the hell did I get those? I really don't know. I do not know. Oh, you know what? I need to do some of these for my box. I love these little guys. I put these in almost every box. I'm going to get a different sheet of wax paper up here. And I'm going to go throw these white ones in the oven. And I'm going to check out my box, the painted box, see how that dried. Okay, let's see what we got here. So here's how it dried. That side's really light, isn't it? The rest of it's okay. I'm going to cover some of this up with my, you know, the molding paste, how I've been doing on the sides. So not a whole lot of that'll show. I'm going to work with it for a while. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to do anything with it tonight, but I won't throw it out either. I'll think on it. Where's my black? I had a black block over here. I got a bunch of these on Blitsy recently. I think they were $5 for this big block. That was a pretty good deal. You know, you guys are talking about Amazon. I've been doing Amazon for years. And to show you what a numbskull I am, I never got roped in, as I laugh when I say that, to doing the Prime. Every time I never even looked to see really what it was, but I thought, I don't need to sign up for anything. They got to pay for $100. Well, I finally looked into it, and I thought, you idiot. I would save that money in shipping in a few months. And I did. So I joined the Prime, $99 a year. And in a few, especially with Christmas shopping, because I do all my shopping online. You ain't gonna find me in a damn mall. Ugh. And I can't believe with that free shipping how that adds up. And so I will be Prime forever. And then not to mention all the movies and stuff that you can get. So yeah, I am a numbskull for not doing it sooner, but I will be Prime forever now. Oh, and they're just building not far from... Oh, hell, there goes my handle of my pasta machine. This damn thing falls out so many... Every time I crank it, it ends up on the floor. Driving me crazy. They are building an Amazon distribution center. Hey, Eugene. Not far from where we live, actually. Not that that has anything to do with anything that I do on Amazon, but just saying. I was going to run this through the pasta machine to help me get it started instead of doing it all by hand for this big one. Get a couple cranks through there and loosen it up a little bit for me. I know that's off camera, but you guys know what I'm doing. There's that. You know what, Robin? I thought about gluing the damn thing in there, the handle. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? This should be easier. Alright, I'll do this. Now, I tried Fimo too, Robin, and it was so hard and crack. I don't know if I got a bad batch, but I got quite a number of blocks when Michaels had their big sale on it. And as much as I love the colors of it, I did not like how that felt and worked at all. And like I said, it's probably just me because I don't, as usual, know what the hell I'm doing. I just sort of wing it. Wing everything. I'm a winger. Oh, that's an idea, putting clay in the handle to hold it. And Pam, what kind do you like after using it that long? What do you prefer? Probably different ones for different things, I would imagine. Oh, hell. I can't cut with this either. These I can do by hand. Oh, Lord, am I making a mess. Good thing you can't see this. Oh, you know what? Now that you're saying about the different formulas of clay, I got a red one. Maybe I'll do a few red tiles to go in this box. Let me go see what that kind of clay that is. So here's 3 different reds. Here's the Fimo Soft. I don't know. And this is Red Pearl. Deep Red Pearl. And that's, you can see that's squeezable in the container. And here's the Souffle and Cherry Pie. And that looks pretty squishy. Pam, what kind of stuff do you do with clay? Deaver Dog Pam. I know we got a multitude of Pams out there again tonight. I wonder which one I should try. Maybe I'll stick with this one. Good Lord. Ah. Ay. I was making a mess. I'm going to have air bubbles in this one the way I folded it. I'll just have to cut them out of there. Good Lord. Ah! Oh. Apparently I'm a pasta machine virgin. I am making a hot mess, I can tell you that much. It looks so easy when I see other people do it. Alright, well I got similar sheets anyways. Oh, mercy. Okay. Probably trying to roll out this whole thing is a mistake. You know what? It probably is. I'm going to rip this a hunk off of there. And this is going to end up bigger than my board. Alright, here we go. Wipe this off again. I got some foil and other boogers on here. Whew. This one, it's really thick to roll out. I kind of muscle it like the way I'm doing instead of taking smooth rolls to get some of that beat down into submission a little bit at a time. Sometimes I think I have this slab rolled out even, and then I realize I don't, because I rock this back and forth to see if I'm touching the guides. Not even close. Okay. Oh, this is some tough-ass butter, let me tell you, Jen. Whew. Lord, I'm putting the old elbow grease into this one. Probably should have conditioned it a little bit more. But again, with the impatient thing. Okay. Yep. When I press my little, whatever these guys are. You know what I never did is I never spray my stamps with water. I was watching something. Maybe it was on the Polymer Clay Adventure, or whenever they use stamps, they misted them with water. Never did that. I'll try it with this one. I will say that on some of my clear stamps, the clay stuck in them. I had to pick it out with a toothpick. It was terrible. Not a good idea. I'm gonna stand up and put some elbow grease into this one. I guess because this is such a large stamp, it's a lot of surface to make some headway down into the clay. Let me have a little peek and see if I'm making any. Nope. You guys talking about gas prices? Ours is under $2. I don't know where it is today. Oops, sorry. Bumping the camera with my shoulder. I'm trying to get some ass into this stamp. I think the pups need to go outside. I'll let that sit a minute. Stand by. Mojo babe. Come on, Mojo baby. Come on, wanna go outside? Come on, come on. Come on, Mojo baby. Come on. Wanna go outside? Come on, let me go out down here. Go ahead. Hurry up, go run. Run. Hurry up, go pee-pee. Hurry up and go pee-pee. Hurry. Be right back, guys. Hurry up and go pee-pee. Alright, I'm sure they'll bark. Let me know when they're back to the door. They like to go out and run in the snow. There we go. That's a good impression. Okay. Alrighty. Some of these borders around the edges of these guys make cool little grout sticks too. So not much of this stamp goes to waste. Down there. Actually, these are quite thick, where I wasn't really rolled out. Yep, the pups are back. Mommy duty. Be right back. Guys back already? Come on. Come on, Mojo babe. Numbskulls went to the other door. Oh. Come on, pup. Yay. Come on, Sissy. There you go. Did you go to the other door when I didn't answer this one immediately? Goofballs. Yes, I know. Go ahead, go upstairs. You can go upstairs if you want. You want to stay down here with me? You can do that too. Come on, want to lay in Mojo's bed? Go ahead, lay in Mojo's bed. There you go. There we go. And I am going to cut that hunk off there and then go back to the roller with this piece that's still intact. Close up those little cut marks there. And this still actually needs to be That's a good boy. Yep. This is a weird shape thing too now. Let's see. Actually, a couple little air bubbles in there. Yep. This always makes a cool stamp. Little Roman letters on there. Oops, forgot to spritz it. Yep. This is giving way on me again. I need a hard surface. There we go. And let's see, what else did I want to do? I want to do one of these again. This looked pretty cool in a box that I had done. Alright. Oh, these gears might be nice for him. And here's some numbers and gears. So... there we go. Yeah, you know, Pam, I never spritzed anything before until I saw that video, and that one I just spritzed was, I think, the second time I ever spritzed anything. All right. Where's my deadly weapon? This thing, I'm telling you, this is a deadly weapon. How sharp that's. Where the hell's the camera? Oh, hang on. Good Lord. Sweet Moses. But that, oh, I know what it is. I got this zoomed in a little bit, and that might skews my view. Make the bottom flat so it fits in on one end at least. Oh shoot. What are you grouching about down there, Mo? Hmm? Oops. Out of the oven. My timer just went off. A couple of these are kind of tedious to cut out. They're not just rectangles, they got some shape to them. I might leave that one. No, you know what? I'm not. I'm going to cut it out so you can see that arch. I debate that every time I do this stamp. Because then it's difficult to find, you know, tiles to fit in there, and it's a lot of beads to fill in there. But I like the shape of that arch, so why not emphasize it by cutting it out and letting the arch be the arch. But I thought this one would be a cool one in his box because, like I was saying earlier, this is for my boss who's retiring, and he and his wife spend a lot of time in Italy for vacations every year. And this has kind of a Roman, actually I think it's called Roman arch or something. So that'll come out nice. And let's see what we got here. Get rid of some of this excess. We got more numbers and different kind, so that'll be kind of cute to mix it up some. All right. Oh, I gotta watch my time, 9:03. Okay. Was only gonna go for 2 hours tonight because I had stuff I wanted to try to get done. Oh, guess what I started doing? Zumba. Of course, don't get too impressed. I've got one class under my belt from last night, and I go again tomorrow. I had to, of course, do it at my own pace. I'm so out of shape. I used to go to the gym back BC, before the whole cancer thing. I used to go to the gym on a fairly regular basis, and at one point in my life, I went very regularly and lifted a lot, did a lot of aerobics, did all kind of stuff, and of course, as I got older, did less and less, and then when the whole big C thing hit, that threw me off, and now I got so much pain from that damn medicine I got to take. I can't hardly move, and I thought, and I'm still gaining weight gradually. I gained 60 pounds in chemo, which was 8 years ago. Still carrying it around. One of the meds I just found out, well, I know one of them made it difficult to lose weight and can make you gain a little bit of weight. It's the one that kind of starves your body of estrogen. And that and just being lazy because I hurt so bad so much of the time. I'm just really out of shape, and I thought, I have got to start moving again, or I may never be able to move well ever again. So I got the brilliant idea to sign up for Zumba. So my girlfriend Joyce and I went for the first time last night. And actually, it was okay. It was, I mean, I can't do everything up to snuff like, some of the other ones we're doing. But there were a lot of people there that were doing them, like, to my pace. And even the instructor said, do what you can do. If you got to stop or just march in place for a while, do that. Some of the twisty moves with the Latin moves and stuff kind of jacks my knee up. Well, I'm looking at 2 knee replacements. They're not too distant future either. I mean, as well. So, pretty much a wreck. But I know, Robin. I told him, I said, what the hell? I see all these movies. Everybody looks like a freaking skeleton, and I'm gaining 2 or 3 pounds a week. Damn steroids and the. I had complications. I had to stay immobile for almost 4 months with my elbow above my shoulder at all times. That was a joy, but I did it. And that inactivity didn't help either. But apparently they say that the anti-nausea meds are so good now that You know, I didn't have that sick throwing up thing that you see. I had about probably at least a dozen other symptoms that were not so nice, but I didn't puke, not one time, for 16 rounds of chemo. So I was pleased with that, because I'm not a puker. Oh, God. I told him, you know what, hurt me if you have to, but please do what you can do to keep me from puking my brains out. And that drug, the one they gave me, Emend, I think that's the one that saved me. That was some good stuff. But anyway, all that to say, I started Zumba. I had it propped up with pillows, Denise. Actually, my breast surgeon had a lady that was a survivor that made her, what did she call them, lymphedema pillows. And I would sit in my I had a big easy chair, like a chair and a half. And bye, Erica. See you, honey. I would put a couple bed pillows on the arm of the chair to get my arm, you know, jacked up higher. And then I had this little decorative pillow that my doctor gave me from the lady that made them, and put that right underneath my elbow and had it propped up that high. Hey, Robin, you'll probably agree to this, but once you've been bald, any day is a good hair day. Am I not right? You know what? I think I'm going to end up with this way too thick again. I'm going to rip another chunk off of here. Night, Colleen. Thanks for joining in. Did you just recently finish chemo, Robin? How far out are you? Sheesh. Oh, Happy New Year to you then. Yeah, Jen, I wanted them to do a double on me, but they wouldn't do it. Said my left side was healthy, and that was 8 years ago, so maybe they would honor my wishes now, but I would have rather had a double myself. But, yeah, no. What are you going to do? Okay, let's see. I want to get some other stamps out for this. 1:30. Oh my gosh, Pam. Grab some sleep, girl. Alright, I'm rooting around for some stamps that I want to do. All right. Trying to look for some of these longer unmounted ones. Yeah, Angelina Jolie did have a double mastectomy preventative. I think she had some genetic concerns. Yeah. Wait a minute. Where's my favorite stamp? What the hell's happening here? There we go. This is my favorite. All right, let's see. I got some of those made though. Maybe I should get some different ones in here. Maybe I should go this way and get more of them in. Let's see if this works. This will either be genius or a disaster. Guess which way I'm voting. Oh, it does work that way. Okay, good. All right, let's see what happens here. Hopefully they don't go all wonky on me. See, none of those, I didn't spritz any of those. And that came out sort of okay. All right. There we go. Let's get some of this cut up, and I'll put these in the oven, and I think that'll wrap me up for the night. Or it's gonna wrap me up for the night. You know what? I'm gonna do 2 long ones out of this, so I don't waste it. That's actually a really pretty design. And I gotta shorten that one because of those daggone curves, but that's all right. Yeah, they already stopped. The oven has a timer on it, Denise, and they when it dings, it turns off. So they're just sort of cooling down in there. Thank you, though. That would be just like me to sit here and just burn other ones up. My little tribal sticks. These long skinny ones, they go all kind of wonky when you throw them on the... Yep. There's another one. Oh, crap, that one's wonky too. Oh well. I like how these change from just this drab black to when you pop it with that platinum powder. I love that stuff. Okay. Okay. Some of these stamps are really cool that they have these little pieces that separate them into different cubes, but they make perfect little grout sticks. Gonna fill this up here pretty soon. Come on. Yikes. Running out of room. You know what? I think I'm going to leave this for the next tray and get some pigment on these so I can get these in the oven. I'm going to go grab the other ones out of the oven. Oh, Joe, what a good boy you are. You can stay here, honey. I'll be right back. Hi, puppy. Come here. Come in Mojo's bed. Come on, honey. Come on. Come on. Lay down with Mama. There you go. That's a good boy. Okay, now my favorite. Pigment to put on these. Watch it change in front of your eyes. It's like magic. Isn't that awesome? Of course it's upside down, but you get the gist. Just adding that platinum powder. Look at that. Instead of little black blobs, they come to life. That's a cool design too. Let's see, where are we with these? Am I zoomed in or out? That might be better for you to see this stuff as it hits the little tiles. These are really, they really come out cool. And I'm going to do the whole box with mostly this color, some black and white checks. And maybe I'm going to try some red tiles. Maybe throw in just a couple of red to tie in the sides and the beads. I'm going to do the micro beads in red. And of course the logoed stamps that I did in red ink. Now watch my little angel guys. The Mona Lisa powders, Jen, are that much? These guys just really come to life when you bring out their designs with the pigment. I noticed the stuff that if you, when you put it on, if you're just kind of stroking it or swirling it in one direction, and if you have a flat spot, like this section right through here, you see a couple little dots of black through the silver. If you go in an opposite direction, that'll usually fill that right in and give you a solid silver sheen on there. And this was the little piece at the bottom of the stamp that I cut off for like a little piece of a grout stick if I needed it. Turn this around a little bit. I don't know if all of them are discontinued, Robin. I know that the pale gold was discontinued, and there's a few jars out there still at different places that you can get, but they range from $6 to $29, which I think is ridiculous, but that's the pale gold. But I personally, not that I would be, you know, first in line to hear it, but I didn't hear that any of the other ones were canceled. If anybody does, let me know, because I need to get more platinum before they go belly up. But look how it just really brings these to life. See all that detail? And see, when you see them in black, just black, of course, there you go, hit the light, you can see some of the impressions, but not like you can with this one that what's that called? Platinum hits them. Yeah, that's a different. I think that's a different brand, Jen. I think. Not that I'm not an expert in this stuff, but clearly. See, here's a good one to show you. See how this one I was doing here got a lot of black coming through some of those shapes right there? But if you, I tend to go counterclockwise when I rub it. But if you go back clockwise, it fills in all those little pieces and you get solid silver shimmer. See what I mean? How it's so solid now? Just kind of, you know, go both ways when you rub on it. The platinum is really creamy. Yeah, they will. Just use black clay. You guys saw what I did. Just use black clay. I dab my finger in the, I forget I'm zoomed in. I'm sorry, I keep getting out of frame. Tap very lightly. You can't even feel your finger touching it. It's so fine. And then I tap it in the lid. And then I just very, very lightly go down clockwise and come back up counterclockwise. And usually in doing that, I hit all the little ups and downs and come out with a clean design. That was one of my stamps that I did. Oh, and if you're late to join, don't know a date yet, but new stencils and a sale and a new exclusive are coming up soon in the next few weeks. Yeah, you know, Robin, the pale gold in the Mona Lisa, it's much grittier than this. I love the color of it, but it has a much grittier look and feel than the platinum. And I don't know why they're different, but they are. Of course, I guess it's got some of the real metal in this powder. The way they're named would imply that that's what it is, precious metal powders or whatever. I don't know if you guys can tell at a distance how this one, when I went the opposite way, filled in all those little, in those spokes. They were all, had some black specks in them. Let me get this one out of the way. Celebrate, I'm not sure what your name is, dear, but there isn't really a mailing list, but if you follow my Facebook art page, which is Inky Obsessions, or my blog, which is inkyobsessions.blogspot.com, and I will announce it on my personal Facebook page, Patti Tolley Parrish, and my art page, and tweet it, and post a blog about it. But there isn't an email list to announce it. Yeah, another thing, when you're doing all these, like the monochrome look for this box that I'm doing, these they really color up fast with this, because you're just doing the one thing. If I was not talking and trying to stop and read the stream, I'd have been done this, you know, a few minutes back. It really goes quickly when you just are doing the same one over every tile. But there they are. Plate full of yummy. Going in the oven. Oh, what is your name? Celebrate to Spirit? Are you one of the Pams? Cindy. Yeah, it should be coming out within a few weeks, Cindy, when I know. And when I do know, if you're signed up, if you follow me on the streams, I'll do a stream where I do a demo and reveal the discount code for the sale on a live stream. So if you're signed up and following my streams, when I schedule that stream, you'll get an email saying when that stream's going to be. And I will put the title in there about the coupon code being revealed in that stream. Head into the oven. Okay. This big metal plate's cooled down where I can at least handle it now. It's still warm. Really warm. So, let me get my... Here's my box, my stash. Oops, now I'm too close here. There we go. Well, there we go. Here's my little stash box of all my metallic tiles. I've been making some more other ones. You can see the ones that are I made for the upcoming box of the same kind of color. There's a bunch of yummy in there. So these, I'm just going to add these grout sticks in this metallic box. And then black and white box. You'd be surprised how quickly it goes when you start cranking these babies out. So this one came out kind of cool. I might use that as like an overlay over top of kind of a Mayan calendar sun face thing. These can all go in here actually. These stick to this metal plate though. I gotta kind of encourage them off. So now let me see what these other ones with that color look like. Yeah, they're close. Actually, this one that I didn't think was going to be the one might be the one. Oh well, we'll figure it out. There's those. Okay. Alright, I might as well, got a few more minutes left. I'm going to go ahead and cut these up. That's my company I work for, and I got the stamp made so I can make tiles with the logo on it for my boss's box that I'm making that's he's retiring. And I thought it would be kind of cool to make some tiles with the logo in it to incorporate through all those gray ones. And the silver to incorporate the branded tiles on there. Oops, cut that off crooked. Very crooked. And this didn't impress real well out here. I'm going to re-roll all that. Alright. Oops, that's a little crooked. So is that. Lordy. Need to make more smaller ones. I always, or should I say, I never have enough of the smaller ones. I have to try to remember to always make a few of those. And they don't look like much, but they've got, I think, enough design on them to make a little statement when they're tucked in a little corner somewhere in the design. All right. There we go. These will be nice little sizes here. Nice little ones. Let's see what they look like with some pigment on them. Yep. These daggone sheets I have on here, that seams right in the middle. I need to get one of those bigger ones that they make now, like the non-stick surface by the yard or whatever it is. See, these are really going to pop now with that. Little bit of pigment on there. And that little dip of pigment, even though I tap it off, that goes a long way when you're doing the, oops, that's too much. That one came out almost totally silver. I pushed too hard on it. Oops. Okay, now you can see, even though they're tiny, they're mighty. Oh, thank you guys for joining me. So that'll be a nice little pop in a little spot where I need one. Work myself into a corner somewhere. Okay, I might as well try to burn this up a little bit here. Oh, hell, I got all this. Ah, crap. You're welcome, Bliss. Thank you. Robin, do you have Laurie Micah's book, or do you know who Laurie Micah is? That's where I get my inspiration from. She's The one that got me. She's responsible for my addiction. Thank you, Robin. Good night, Jean. Thanks for joining in, hon. Go take your pills. Yeah, I think it is, Robin. I downloaded the Kindle version, and I'm pretty sure it's the whole book on that. Thanks, Cindy, I think. Call me a nasty enabler. Oop. Pam, what can I put on my roller? This kind of a PVC roller to keep it from sticking. Night, guys. Robin, if you watch my videos and seeing how you just went through the whole chemo thing, did you see my video where I told the story about how I met my husband? Ooh, that one looks like circuits with being the electrical engineering kind of background. I need to do those. Oh, okay. I didn't know if you came across that or not. I thought that might be of interest to you. Oop. Let's see how that works. Oh, okay. Okay, good, Robin. I have gotten quite a few different emails from people who just got diagnosed or knew somebody that did, and I with the screen names and stuff, it's hard to keep track of who is who. At least it is for me. Huh. It was funny, we had the local, well, it was through my breast surgeon. Anyway, long story, but they had, it's a MedStar hospital. The MedStar PR heard our story and had the Sun paper, which is our big newspaper around these parts, came out December a year ago and did a story on us and how we met. And then I forget, it was 7 or 9 other papers around the country picked it up. I always used to tease Dave and tell him I'm going to be telling this on Oprah one day, and she quit her damn show. But I figured I'd tell anybody that wants to listen if it helps somebody. That's all I was hoping it would do. Oh, I think that one's going to look cool it looks like a wiring board. You hear Babe crying. She's calling Mojo. She wants him upstairs with her. Brat. Oh, I'm glad, Robin. That does my heart good. That's why I did it. Mojo, did you hear Baby calling for you? Huh? Was Baby crying for you? Yeah, Robin, it is good for that. I remember I was single when I was doing that, and so that's what makes the story kind of cool, is how it ended up. It's funny because everybody thinks, since we both have that history, that that's where we met, and it's not at all. I'll have to get one of those clear ones. The slabs are, I'm using the 1/8 inch bar on here. Now these bars come out and they're adjustable. This one's, it allows for an 1/8 of an inch slab, the way I have it set up. Okay, these are little clock hands. These are kind of cute. Yeah, they're, I don't know if you can see how thick they are. They're an 1/8 inch. Yep. All right, let's see what these, I'm anxious to see what these circuit boardy kind of things look like. They're kind of cool. Now these are the clock hands. That's what I was afraid they were going to do. I've used this before. I didn't get as deep an impression this time. So a lot of the silver is just hitting on the background. But it still looks kind of cool because it looks like it's they're outlined in black, sort of. Because the high spots and the low spots are catching the platinum, but right around each design it's not, so it kind of gives it a shadow. Here's how those look. Little clock hands. And then here's that circuit boardy looking thing. A couple little deco-y kind of thing. Oops, here I got one flopping around on me. Trying to get away. Get back there. Kind of cool. So I just got a few minutes left, guys. Thanks for popping in with me tonight. It was kind of last minute. I haven't been able to stream for a while, and I thought, what the heck. My date with my mom got canceled for tonight because of the weather. She doesn't like to go out. I go over every Wednesday night and pick her up. We go out and get a bite to eat and spend some time with her, and sometimes we'll run out to see my brother or whatever. So we didn't do that tonight, so you guys got stuck with me. You guys are all very welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Wouldn't be much of a stream if you guys weren't here chatting me up. You can only share it if somebody's sharing it with you. Thanks, guys. Keep going here with this piece. Try to get that whole block done so I can shove these in the oven and call her a night. Oh, thanks, Pam. I love you guys too. Otherwise, it would be me and Mojo sitting down here doing this. And as much as I love him, he's not really that much fun. I'll show you. Hang on. Hang on. The camera's going to go for a ride. Let's see. There he is. Mojo, do you want to... Are you a good boy? Yes, he's a good boy. He's under my desk. Come here, pup. Come here and say hi. Come here. There's my boy. There's my puppy. Yes, he's a good Mojo. Oops. Got whacked in the noggin with the damn pasta handle. It's more trouble than it's worth, I'm telling you. Don't hit my puppy. Yes, he's Mommy's good boy. Can I have a paw? Oh, look at that good boy. He's such a nice boy. Give me paws. Yeah, I know you're in an awkward spot to raise your arm, aren't you? Anyway, there's Mojo. He's my puppy. Yes, he's my baby. Yes, he is. He's got his little bed under my desk. All right, guys. From Mojo and me, good night. See my mess? Oh my God. Round and round and round we go. Sweet mama. There you go in a nutshell. All right, good night, guys. See you next time. Hopefully it won't be so long.